𝐂𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐢𝐂𝐁.
chains and champagne, you want true, that's true enough. Forbes list like, hey, yeah, my offense is my tour bus. She came through, she brought food, she got fucked, she knew what's up. She think I'm the realest out, and I say,
oh yeah, let's go.
Chances are, it is what's her name. Chances are she was
Whoop! Didn't mean to mute that. Let's get the tunes going here. Keep here having trouble. Let's go. Finally. I, at this point, have forgotten that candles even come in green. Here we are, boys. Finally, just the tiniest bit of hope, optimism, gains. Whew. I just ran up all the stairs. Foxy knew exactly what I was doing. I just ran up like 3 flights of stairs. Oh my. Let's go. Bitcoin touching 78,000. More importantly, Bitcoin revisiting the major descending trend line. We have not seen this tested since January of this year. Last time we tested it, we did fall down to a new low, but hey, here we are, trading above. We haven't rejected yet. Closing today up here in this range. Awesome signal for continuation for a real breakout. If we have more gains intraday today or even over the weekend, 80.5. We've been looking at 80.5 for Bitcoin for quite some time. Taken forever to get there. 80.5 was a gap left. It feels like an eternity ago at this point. All the way back in January before the fall to 60K. That gap starting at 79.6, ending right about 80.5, or I guess 81.2. I don't know how that changed since then. 81.2. All right, sure. Same difference, close enough. Great upside targets for today intraday. What do you guys think? Are we rallying for real? I've been saying Bitcoin has been behaving so much like it has in the previous cycles. And so far, there isn't something that's pushing me to think that this time is different. Not yet. However, I also am grappling with the fact that markets make absolutely no sense. Look at the SPY. Up 13% since the low at the end of March. 13% in a month. In a month? How many even trading days is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 trading days. 13% all-time highs blasting. And off what? What are we all-time high blasting off of? Today, Trump or Iran or whatever, something. The Strait's open. What? The Strait wasn't open. It's closed. It's open. Interesting that this comes on a Friday. This is like every week on repeat, isn't it? It's like Friday, something happens. Usually it's after market close. And then Monday morning, the opposite happens. Markets just don't make any, I don't know, they don't make any sense right now. What are they doing? We've speculated about maybe just inflation driving everything. That's definitely on the table. I don't know. What I was saying is markets don't make sense. So maybe Bitcoin doesn't make sense either. Maybe we're going to see something spicy. My confidence in Bitcoin has never faded, but certainly, as you guys are aware of and have watched, my interest in its price action has been probably about the same as yours. It's been pretty low. It's been pretty rough. It's good to see some kind of movement. Certainly, I'm jealous of other assets, man. This is just wilding. SP all-time highs, just pushing into that lack of order book, into the price exploration. NQ, Nasdaq mini futures, same thing. 26,800 on the NQ1 contracts. Where's the RUT? That's the DJI. What's interesting here is this divergence. DJI and NQ. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I mean, that's still divergence. DJI reluctant. What's going on here? I guess I don't know enough about indices to make a definitive call. Why is DJI lagging while NQ and S&P hit all-time highs? I'm going to go ahead and guess that it has to do with the concentration of the gains. I think that the majority of this all-time high on indices comes from the same 10 companies maybe that are pumping. I think that's correct. Here we go. RUT at all-time high as well. I didn't see that coming. Run at all-time high. SP at all-time high. But the Dow Jones, chilling. The Dow Jones also was the last to top. So maybe the last to break. To re-break? What do you guys think? Good morning. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the pump. I forget what it's like to stream while things are pumping. I don't know how to be. I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? Low AI, the low cap AI stuff. Well, let's rebrand. How about I just rebrand? Tom Crown is now just an AI company. I don't know what that means, but apparently it doesn't matter. I don't need to know what that means. Let's do that. Maybe Bitcoin is an AI now. Can we rebrand Bitcoin? Get to like 400% pump? Let's try it. It's worth a shot. I think it's worth a shot. I'm getting all the alerts today. I'm like trying to keep up here. All the alerts that I have had set for a very long time. Let's take a look. The most recent coin, a great indicator of crypto and Bitcoin and its movements. Coin breaking past March's high after putting in a higher low. I was bearish from 210. I was thinking this was going to go back down to its yearly low and break it at 140. Not seeing that now. Not seeing that at the moment. Jump over to this chart. Higher high, retesting resistance. Higher low. This chart's actually looking pretty good to go back to 262. It is Friday. I think we should also keep that in mind, not to get ahead of ourselves. All these markets are going to close. They may open on Monday. Like I said, we've kind of seen the reverse of what we've heard on Friday happen on Monday. So don't get caught at the apex of the move. But coin looking rather good. Total 2. An alert I didn't actually think was going to go off. Total 2 finally breaking past March's high as well with the rest of the crypto space. This one has really been lagging. Really low volatility as well alongside Bitcoin. But battling it out alongside. Like this chart has not looked good for a long time. The top 10. Or I guess not the top 10. Excluding Bitcoin, the crypto market has looked pretty rough. At the moment, it did hold April's low still. I didn't notice that. Here we are looking for, I'd say, a further retracement on total, too. Back to 1.12 trillion. It's not a huge move, but we'll take it. I'm just going through all these alerts that have been sitting here forever and finally have gone off. Guess I'll put one down here as well. What else? What do we got on the stock side? Let's not just only do crypto. Here we go. NVIDIA up to $200. I remember we were watching this during the earnings. It got the best earnings ever, and it sold off. I think it's about back to those earnings now. At 200, NVIDIA setting its sights at that 212 all-time high, 6% move from right now. With how wild markets have been, this could happen today. I don't think it's going to happen today, but it could happen today. Bull div on the week. Nope. Nope. Where did that go? There it is. Video. Breaking past the recent week's highs. Looking decent. Looking decent enough. Joining the ride. Sight set at 212. Obviously. Really nowhere else to be looking there for NVIDIA. MicroStrategy? What? No way. No way. Wow. This is why we went live early and why I'm starting to feel a little good here. All of the alerts went off. Look at this. We did it. We did it. I will admit I got a little shaken from this one. Earlier in April, I was like, I don't know if MicroStrategy is going to hit 170. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do it. It's pulling back. Boom. Boom. In the last 48 hours. Up from 140 to 170. The exact target. Holy shit. That was an amazing call. Wow. 170 tapped. What do we got? A little alarming or maybe concerning here, though. The 170 for strategy, I think I'm always going to call it MicroStrategy, was the bearish move. It was like the bearish outcome. How can moving up be bearish? In this sense, on the fall when everyone thought strategy was just going to keep nuking, we said, no. We have strong support at 100. We're going to see this reverse to 170. The problem is that reversal to 170 paints a dong. It paints the bare dong, man. This is looking like a right shoulder, right? That's what we were predicting here. That right shoulder breakdown will be targeting much lower levels. Now, we'll see what happens here with strategy. See what happens this week or even today as it closes here. But 170, if you had a long on strategy, I'd be taking profit. I'd be shaving that profit off right now. Hopefully it continues running. That's probably a good sign for crypto. But at the moment, man, oh, I can't believe that hit. Let's go. That was one of the best calls of this year, for sure. For sure, one of our best calls this year. Awesome. Awesome. I'm not even going to look for a short or anything. I think I'm just going to leave it there. 170. We'll come back when the time's right strategy. What else is moving? What else? Oil, I don't know, man. We've had 100 ceasefires. We've had the Strait has been open. It's almost over 1 million times. Here we go. Oil at 80. Oil down at 80. Maybe oil really does want to fill the gap. Maybe it wants to fill 67. I still think it makes no sense for oil not to go to all-time high this year. But that's 2026. 2026 is apply logic and then get liquidated. Like, do the opposite of maybe what's happening. Maybe you profit, right? Invest in gold and silver as war breaks out. Nah, you bought the top. Oil pumps into conflict. Conflict not over. Oil dumps. Conflict not over. Oil's back to the high. Conflict probably still not over. Back to the lows. I don't know, man. It seems just crazy. Crazy. I don't know how you trade that. This is a beautiful, beautiful upside structure breakdown. Honestly, starts to look a lot more like gold and silver after the loss of, I'll say, like 82. Under 76, and this is pretty toast, this structure at least. Still lean towards the long on oil. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. I haven't been trading oil, but Dash, dude, this is crazy as well. All it takes is one DoorDasher to show up at the White House. We live in a clown world. One DoorDasher at the White House who wasn't even a DoorDasher, I don't think the person actually worked for DoorDash. Though we all can work for DoorDash, so I probably shouldn't even make that claim. Up 21%, 22% since just delivering McDonald's to the White House. Who would have known that delivering McDonald's to the White House was worth how many billions in market cap? I don't know, man. Just enjoy the Good Fridays. Jonathan Morris, that is what we need to do today. Please don't let, if I'm feeling good, please don't let my energy push you into any decisions, right? Certainly enjoy the good energy. That's what we need to do today. We need to just enjoy this move. We've had similar moves over the last year, and they've all kind of led to pain, right? This, like, as soon as they feel good, they reverse and things are shitty. But let's enjoy it, but not allow it to sway our trading. That's the goal. Just enjoy it, baby. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Candles are green, a color that I didn't even know existed. Not anymore. And we're so back, baby. We're so back. And we're never going down again. Up only forever. Put a 1 in the chat if up only forever, please. Admitting being wrong makes you lie. I mean, there's no reason. You know what it is? I don't know if admitting to being wrong ever makes you money. But absolutely refusing, like being delusional and refusing to accept that you are wrong or can be wrong, guaranteed loses you money. 0.5, let's take it. 0.1, get out of here, Betty. 11,111. All right, that's fine. That better have been 4 figures. Better have been 8 figures. PLTR HTZ card. We'll check them out. What is DoorDash? Get out. How can you not know what it is? Do not trade oil. Highest manipulated commodity in mankind. I mean, that does make sense. We do daily. We're able to daily adjust how much oil there is and We know the impacts of that, and yeah, I mean, I agree. I haven't traded it much. I think I opened one position on it at all throughout all of this, and certainly got stopped out and was like, all right, F this. F this. USDTD dominance on Tether breaking low, which is a great sign. However, I can't get away from this. I can't get away from this thought. Tether dominance did the exact same thing in November. Painted a descending wedge, broke up. Painting a descending wedge. And basically, I mean, I think that's the pattern we look for it to break up, right? Maybe under 6.76% on Tether dominance, and we can start looking for a more meaningful, bigger term recovery for the whole crypto market. But right now, still falling way uncomfortably into the falling wedge. Keeping a close eye, though. Good to see. Good to see weakness. God, MicroStrategy to 170. Boys, we nailed that. I gotta update that in the trade group. Because I've had some L's lately. Gotta rub them. Gotta rub them W's in. Let's see. Dude, RUD is really going. 2,777. We got to do, here's what we got to do today. We got to look at upside targets for everything. We got to look at moon targets. We are at all-time highs. We have to look at price exploration targets. Targets beyond what we're comfortable looking at. We'll jump into those for major indices. We've got to look at, you guys are saying PLTR, you're saying all kinds of different stuff. We'll look at some other things. What I also want to look at, though, is the pairs, the, say, stock to Bitcoin pairs, stock to M2 pairs. I think there's some meaningful action going on, maybe with all of those. So I'm going to jump into that right now, actually. But let's see these alerts first. 22% on DoorDash, man. Better send that lady some tips, yo. Coin we looked at. Bitcoin against money supply. I don't think this alert was super meaningful. It did break out, though. Almost all metrics, all pairs for Bitcoin, we're seeing a breakout. Pretty much. Will that breakout hold the trend? Will it break the trend? Will it confirm more upside? Your guess is as good as mine. I hope so. Why did that go away? It had... it's Friday night. What's this like? What do we got on? What is this music? DJ Silvu mix. I don't know who's playing. Is Rebecca Black something? Yeah, Bitcoin versus M2. The breakout looks, well, let's replace it. Looks maybe even better than just BTC USD. There we go. Looking for a hold there of that trend line across all these pairs. Yeah, that's not the alert I thought it was, but I'll just reset it. MSTR. Wednesday alerts. PLTR. What's PLTR got going on? Planetary. Why are we looking at this? Why are we looking at this? It's not even at all-time high. It's not even really pumping that much. It's only up 3% today. It's an awesome pump. This is such a pump. But not today. I guess I could see something like this. Why are we looking at this? This isn't holding up to the bar. The bar of excitement for today. This looks like it has more upside, but it's not doing it right now. What are you doing for me right now? What are you looking at, Foxy, for PLTR? What are you looking at with this? Let's all hug it out. All right, let's all hug it out. What's up, boys? What's up, boys? Today's the day. Today's the day. Things are spicy again. At 245 watching. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hype this up, actually. I want everyone that can hear my voice right now, put a message in the chat. Just say hello. I need you to make sure you've hit that like button on the stream. I need you to do it. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share it out. People are going to be looking for content today. Let's get them here. Let's not let them fall into these other channels that will prey on them. Try to take their gains. Scam them. James Wynn, still somehow scamming. That's actually mind-blowing to me. Still launching, still like pre-selling rugs, but the dude can barely raise like a few $1,000s now. The world is healing. Why don't you just say hello? Who's here? What's up, ASFR? You were the first one here. I appreciate you, bro. Alex Prince, Bullish Mike. I'm doing good. I saw your message earlier. I'm doing good, man. Doing good today. Feeling good today. I got my air conditioning going. It's actually so cold I need a hoodie up in here, so it's nice. But got the weekend ahead. We have some hopium on the horizon with these games. What's up, Charles? Crypto Sharknado, my guy. What's up, man? What are you looking at, Sharknado? You have to give me a second because I'm going down the list. I want to see what you say. Foxy. My guy, Foxy. Yeah, what are we looking at with PLTR? I think it's going to have more upside, but it's like we have so much blasting off right now. I don't know why we're looking at stuff that's just, you know, chilling. Mild 3% a day gains. Such a gibberish sentence. What's up, Helen? Helen Bottom Farter, great name. What's up, Honda Man? My guy, you're back. Welcome. Johnny Crypto, Jordan Bitcoin, Life with James Morgan. Morgan Freeman is here to narrate the stream. Mr. Dinkles, Nimoy, Novocaine. What's up, Orla MG, Philly Skills, Prez, Ronald Grump. What's up, Grumpers? Ross Smith, Slogan, Tex Hex. Good to see you, bro. Pickle. Happy Friday, Pickle. To you, happy Friday the most. Cryptomania, XRP Goat. Who did I miss? Esp Element. Good to see me. I swear, YouTube is hiding our streams lately. They're not showing our streams. It's supposed to snow today. It's 90 damn degrees here. Friday at Tom's house. You're all invited over. Come on over. Everybody's invited. Dallas. Where is it? It's not snowing in Dallas. I was in Dallas once. What's up, Amir? How are you, brother? D-Lo. What up, what up? Circle screwed up. I did want to, I don't know, show you guys. I've had not a great year for trading. That's how trading goes. You can have great years. You can have bad years. It all averages out. But the one trade, like the one trade this year that it's not actually, but the most recent trade. I closed half of this earlier. 40x longed. This is took some profit on it at 77. Closed half the position. Might regret it. Probably won't. There we go. That was a great entry though. I'll take it. So this has been open since the first week of April. Took some profit right here. It's not the biggest trade in the world. Took like $1,500 profit off the table. What's up, Armin Clark? I didn't see you there. Feeling good. You're very happy that you bought a 61. No, what's funny? Actually, one of my... Oh, yeah, he's not a normie. Like, he's been in crypto since like 17. But when I say been in crypto, like he bought crypto and, you know, has kept some tab on it. But like, you know, it's not like us. He messaged me last year and was like, hey man, I want to sell my crypto. I have to, he was like selling a house or something, buying a house. I don't know. But he needed to sell some or all of it or whatever. And I was like, yeah, man, go ahead and go for it. And it was at like 100 something K. And then he called me like a week ago and was like, dude, you know what? I'm gonna, like, I sold my Bitcoin. I think I'm gonna buy some of it back. I'm gonna buy some of it back. I'm gonna buy it back. You know, I took it out. I just want to put it back in. And I realized that my friend, without watching this market at all, like very much, was able to somehow like time the top within 10%. And now bought back in. I think it was like 68K. That's how backwards Bitcoin is right now. The normies are crushing it. They're crushing the trades. What's happening? Congrats to him. I don't know. I'm like, I'm jealous, but like, crushed it. What's up, Adam Buzzard? What's up, brother? Bones Jones is here. My guy, Bones Jones. Derek Merrill. All the boys. All the boys. I must be making milkshakes. Motor City. Orla. Hello, Orla. Novocaine. You're back. I haven't seen you in a little bit, I feel. Maybe I'm full of shit, though. Maybe. X402 coins. What's that? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means, Adam. You have to tell me. No regrets. Yeah, dude. There certainly are regrets in taking profit. But you shouldn't regret taking profit. That's really what it is. You should not regret it. You might. You might end up regretting it, but you should not. No, it wasn't Bitcoin I was looking for. It was like, what, SPX? SPX. This is what's interesting. SPX is at all time. Maybe this is actually the answer. Maybe this is the answer to the questions I've been having of like, what the hell is going on, right? How is this all at all-time high? What are we doing here? What's happening? Why is this? Need more zeros. Maybe this is the answer. Wow, still need more zeros. Money supply is insane. There we go. The answer might be right here. We're at all-time high in dollars, but S&P is not at all-time high versus the M2 supply. If I were to guess at the top, a very dangerous game, a game that is so dangerous I'd say, guys, you shouldn't really try this. But if I were to guess the top, a big top, we do have a little bit more upside there. 5%. If the S&P outpaces the M2 supply by 5% more, it will be at an actual all-time high. Now, this chart is valuable for many reasons, but we don't really look at it or talk about it much because it's confusing. It makes us feel bad because that means that, I don't know, the U.S. economy or the economy for the world maybe peaked in 2000 and never recovered. Something like that. But the M2 supply is, in my opinion, the best inflation metric, the best index for inflation. The M2 supply, when you compare it to the S&P, says that, yes, we are on a crazy bull run. That bull run started in 2009 for the most part. But we're actually not at all-time high. Maybe this is somewhat of the explanation as to why we're just blasting right now. I don't know. I think this makes sense. We're still 5% underneath this. So if I had to guess at the top, I would guess, or I would be watching right here, right at that previous high. That is, I think it's maybe can help people conceptualize just how much money we print. I don't even know what the S&P was back in 2000. What was it in 2000? I was like 0 years old. It's not true. SPX 2000. Do we even have it on here? All right, in 2000, where were we? Right here, 1,500 in 2000. 400%. 400% since 2000. Yet we're actually not back to the valuation of 2000. Makes you think. Puts into perspective. We really do print insane amounts of money. Amounts of money that are very likely outpacing everything else we do. But here we are. With this rally, we're getting really, really close. So close. We could see this tested even this month. I will warn you guys, this is maybe too complicated. Maybe I don't even need to explain it, but you guys tune in for that, so I will explain it. The M2 supply is not updated daily the same way charts are. It's not updated hourly. It's updated once a month. That's why when you look at the M2 chart, it only has one data point per month and it lags. So there is a possibility that even in this month of April, that the S&P breaks its all-time high on this chart. But there is a scenario where it actually hasn't broken all-time high. And I'll explain. If the S&P gains 5% more this month, I think it's 5, maybe it's 6. If it gains 5% more before the data point for the M2 supply updates, this chart will show that it's broken all-time high. However, when the next data point is out, and if that data point has increased, which obviously it has, I'm not gonna do the math in my head, but if it increases enough, we could see essentially that all-time high not be real. It would be an all-time high on the S&P versus lagging data. And then once the data updates, it's possible that it wouldn't be an all-time high. I don't know if that's too confusing. It's probably not something you're ever going to hear anyone else say. But there is a possibility that we can see this break and then the new data comes out, and due to the nature of the data, we really can only look at this in monthly candles. And so the next data comes out, it pushes that down, and maybe it revises it from an all-time high to actually no, it closed at all-time high. We have a double top. I don't know, something like that. Does not make sense. M2. I'll show you just really quick here what I mean. So M2 supply, you go up here in trading view. See, you can't select any of this because it doesn't have those data points. It literally is updated once a month. Do we even have, we don't even, so here's the thing. We don't even have March's data point, and we're halfway through February. So April will publish whenever the hell this publishes, or March will publish whenever this publishes, right? And that will update. And it may retroactively change what we see on those pairs. That's what you gotta be careful of. And with the way M2 has been behaving, we're probably gonna get a big print, right? In the February update, we had almost a 1% increase in the M2 supply. I would argue that March probably looking at the same change or bigger. March is gonna be a crazy one, I think. Maybe I'm getting too nerdy. Too nerdy, dude. Never too nerdy. Have you looked at Ordi? I have not, Klaus. But are people still looking at random shitcoins? I got on a rant. I was on a big old rant. BBBY could be a 15x loading. What's that? I do want some milk, bullish Mike. What's up, 𝐂𝐡? Nature 𝐂𝐡. What's up, dude? Does he now own fewer coins? Who? More or fewer coins? Does who own more or fewer coins? Oh, my friend. Probably less. Because he like used some of that to pay off. I forget what it was. And then rebought with what was like left or whatever. So, I mean, he did well, though. He did well. Okay, Adam says we can give agents crypto with X402. Give it a quick search. I could do that, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Love this game. Evil Shenanigans. Love you some DCA. What are you DCAing? Negative net worth since Y2K, basically. What is happening with Warsh Powell? I don't know. What is happening with Warsh Powell? That's grok worthy. What is happening with Warsh Powell? I assume nothing. I assume it's just drama, right? Bed Bath & Beyond, baby. Let's do it. Dehaloradio. What's up, man? Mad respect. Thank you. Mad respect to you, my friend. Mad respect all around. Respect to everyone all around right now. On a day like today, all around. Yo, what Tesla? I'm so trolled that Tesla literally tapped the stop loss here at 360, and then now is up. Now it's breaking out. I don't think this goes back to all-time high though. Knock on wood. Kevin Warsh, Trump's pick to replace Powell, and Powell in the middle of a messy high-stakes leadership drama. All right, Grok, I don't know about that. Trump nominated Warsh back in 26th of January. Warsh's Senate confirmation hearing is now set for April 21st. My outlier prediction that Powell remains the Fed chair is still alive, baby. April 21st, if he's not confirmed, that only gives a week. A week and 2 days till March. Okay. The DOJ criminal investigation into Powell over renovations. It's so stupid. Dude, the Fed isn't gonna slip up if they're doing crimes. They're slipping up on something that stupid. The Fed's headquarters, Republicans are using it to pressure Powell. I don't think that's it. Key Republican Tom Tillis said he will block Warsh's confirmation until the probe on Powell is dropped. Bros. My prediction is like very real. Polymarket. Next Fed chair. Yo, what are the odds on Powell? They have to be 0. Who will be confirmed as Fed chair? Jerome Powell, less than 1%. I wonder how this resolves though, because he wouldn't be confirmed. He would just be default. The next individual formally confirmed as the reserve Fed chair. Formal confirmation as Fed chair requires Senate to confirm a nominee. Okay, so that won't happen. I don't think. But my prediction that Powell would somehow remain the Fed chair is like really quickly becoming reality. I have like wished this into reality. I need to start wishing Bitcoin into all-time high realities. Okay. This has stalled everything and is frustrating the GOP. Wait, so how is I guess key Republican? I don't know. I guess his vote would make it so they can't make a nomination. Trump repeatedly threatened to fire Powell. An idiot. His right to stay as pro-term chair is being contested. Dude, this is such a joke. Of course he's going to stay on. That's how it works. He's not doing anything crazy. What are other details? Warsh just filed financial disclosures showing he's worth over 100 million. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. In this administration, that doesn't surprise me. It says he'll divest from most holdings if confirmed. So I'm not seeing anything super new. Warsh is the nominee, but Tillis is looking to block it until the investigation is over. Why? Trump starts turning into a political showdown. I wonder why. Why is Tillis blocking nomination until the probe is over? What is the real reason? Let's see if Grok has any idea. What is the real reason? Because the real reason is not the probe. Let's be honest. That doesn't make any sense. Please need to publish or put music in the comments. Sure. Cryptomania, absolutely, bro. This is DJ Silva in the mix. This guy. It's a mix. I can put it in the details. I'll link it again. This guy puts out a new music mix like every day. I put it in the description. It's in the description. There you go. $280 viewers. 2 years ago, that would have been like the lowest numbers we had all year. Now it's like we're up double since the last stream or something. I don't know. If you guys please take a moment, do me a favor here, hit the like button, subscribe, just interact with the stream for a minute, engage, say hello, vote in the poll. The more you do this, the more YouTube really does show the stream to new people. And for some reason, YouTube is not showing the stream to new people. I don't know what's going on. The probe was an intimidation tactic. Of course it was. Congress is counting it by keeping the... Yeah, but it isn't he isn't he a Republican? Isn't he just... I think it said Republican. Today, taco we all drink for the brothers whose alts didn't pump. I'm drinking for myself for altcoin. Or for altcoin. For altcoin. For Litecoin. Jesus. Rud is all the way up. What a juicy green day, boys. What did Grok say about it? Yeah, he's a Republican from North Carolina. Is blocking the confirmation and any other Fed nominees until the DOJ drops or fully resolves its criminal investigation into Powell. He's been clear and consistent on this since January of 26. Tillis views... You know what? All right. I like when we see things like this. It is no surprise, or everyone is aware that our country is in a crazy partisan divide. But I love when I see elected officials say things like this. Tills views the DOJ probe as politically motivated and a frivolous attack on the Federal Reserve's independence. That's what it is. Like, That's what it is. There's no other angle to this. Like, that's what it is. He's a Republican, so he likely votes with Trump and supports, you know, Trump policies and things regularly. But when we see these people like just exist in reality, like I would vote for him. I don't live there. I can't vote for him, but I would vote for that dude. Even if I was like, I vote Democrat or something, like I would vote for him. I would vote for the other party, whatever party that is, if they were existing in reality and not giving into like this weird lie show. Like it's not going to help you and me to live in this weird lie show. He believes it's an attempt to intimidate Powell over policy disagreements, mainly cutting interest rates. He calls it weak and frivolous, reaching the point of absurd. Nothing more than a failed attack on the Fed independence. I like it. Even though he likes Warsh. Thank you. These people, like, it is so rare to see these people put just this bullshit aside and actually, I don't know. He made this position public the same day Trump nominated him. Is there a real deeper reason? Well, that's what Grok is saying, because I asked if there was a real reason. That's the reason. I think the deep reason is that it's obvious what's happening, and he's existing in reality and maybe doing what's best. I don't know, man. Wild. What's up, King Peasant? What's up, Luxra? An honest Republican. Dude, I also, you know, another Republican I love. I'm loving Thomas Massey. Loving Mr. Massey. Also, great name. Phenomenal name. Can we look at Dash? You mean DoorDash? Or do you mean Crypto Dash? Sounds like blackmail to me. Do this or else. I mean, no. That's not blackmail. Blackmail is I have information on you. Give me money, or I tell people. The Dash crypto, boo. All right, I will. Ron Paul gets brownie points on for me randomly. I used to say I was libertarian. Like, if you guys go back in this channel to like 1920, I would say, like, you would catch me saying I'm libertarian. And I still very much am in alignment of libertarian views, but I don't say I'm libertarian anymore because I don't want to say the definition has changed, but what people who say they're libertarian now, like that definite, those people have changed. In general, people say they're libertarian and then literally just like support all big government movements. Like they're not actually libertarian. I support some big government movements, but I also support, I think the true nature in my mind of libertarian is small government means government out of things that the government doesn't need to be in. Okay? I don't view it, and this is my own definition. I don't view libertarian as government shouldn't do anything for us. And we should like almost live like an anarchy and like our own independence. Though I do support some ideas like that as well. But like to me, it's the government shouldn't be doing things that it doesn't need to regulate, right? That's what it means to me. So it's I don't know, not giving businesses a bunch of money to like subsidizing oil, things like that. I don't know. But libertarian just doesn't mean the same thing as it used to, or at least it isn't. The people who say they are don't. And I've done this before with terminology. I disidentified as a Bitcoin maxi at one point because the people who say they're maxis, I just didn't agree with. I didn't agree with how they viewed maximalism. I thought it was flawed. That kind of maximalism has largely left. Simple EMA strategy I can print today. I mean, I have a video that says that. But yeah, Ron Paul, that was the whole thing. Yeah. Yep. I agree with some things he says, but then of course there's always, you know, there's things that I wouldn't agree with that he says, but he earns points for me. Stop bailing out the banks and AI and fossil fuel and airlines and it's mostly banks. Yes. Stop bailing out businesses, period. If businesses are too big to fail, which they never are, but we say they are, if they're too big to fail, that means that the business is doing something critical for the country, correct? Because if it wasn't critical, then what do you mean it's too big to fail? You just fail, doesn't matter. If there are services that are critical to the country, maybe yeah, here you're gonna hate this. Maybe it's something the government should be doing. Maybe it is. Maybe that means that it shouldn't be up to capitalism and private businesses that are worried about next quarter to operate them. Never mind. Never here nor there. Less gov is always good. I agree and disagree. Like, I agree with the general idea that the government should do less, but I don't agree that the government should do nothing. We can get into that argument at some point. I'm sure you've had it. MSTR too big to fail? Pump MSTR. Pimp it. Nah, dude, I would definitely short MSTR. We called MSTR to 170. It's at 170. I was like, I don't even want to put a short on this, and I probably wouldn't take this position personally. But the 170 pump makes the macro look so bad. You like neck lined at 100. You come and reject from 170. You look cooked, MSTR. But hey, if you're gonna bail out a company, please bail out my bags, please. Pump my bags. STRC. Tom, doesn't STRC not? Isn't that just like stay at 100 or something? There you go, Nimoy. I think necessities should probably... It's a hard question to answer. It's a hard question to answer. As a second-gen Sicilian, you've never heard of libertarians. They don't really exist. So, they don't really exist. They're not really like a party. You certainly don't exist right now in the U.S. as a meaningful voice. Neither the Republicans nor the Democrats have any interest in making the government smaller. All right. Dash. I don't know, Shark. What do you think? I think Dash looks kind of bad if the monthly closes under 41. No, 41.16, major level for Dash, all the way back to 2019. Major support, major support. Broke, rejected, broke out, rejected, lower low, broke out, found support, failed. Now you're rejecting again. Like, closing below, I think is pretty ugly. Untested support on Dash at like 23. Closing above 41 or 44-ish. You can start looking for another move to the upside. The macro looks good, though. We have been tricked by this a lot over the last few years. But the macro, we're on the monthly time frame here. You have lower low, higher high. Maybe you're looking for a higher low. I mean, that is an uptrend on the monthly. But we've just been caught by this a lot in crypto over the last few years. So I'd be careful. I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt if this pumps again. I wouldn't doubt it. But remember when everyone was talking about it up here? We shorted it at 127. Look at how brutal that price action has been. People probably bought again at 98 just to see it come down here and just get murdered. Get murdered. Hold the low and you look all right. We're getting rate cuts this month. Abigail Peanut, not a chance. Zero chance we're getting a rate cut. Telling you this right now. My predictions on the interest rate cuts have been very accurate. I mean, I follow them closely. 0% chance we're getting a rate cut. I believe that we are closer to a hike than a cut by far. SPX versus Dixie actually still underneath all-time high, which is interesting. We see the SPX under all-time high in this pair, and we also see the SPX just under all-time high against the M2 supply. So though the dollar pair is showing all-time highs, bull runs, these other pairs are more reluctant. Now it's really close. This could happen today easily. See a break to 73, but it's right here. Oh, maybe did it break all-time high? Here it looks like it nudged the all-time high. Huh? Maybe it did, yet on the day it hasn't. And on the day here, I guess the all-time high was higher. What's happening? So on an hourly chart, what? What? All right. I don't know. Trading views wigging out. 73.4. Okay, yeah, no all-time high. Not yet. Could happen today. So many charts are trending today. So many. Can we look at MU? MU actually did set off an alert for me. Yeah, we can pull up MU. MU. MU set off this alert a bit ago, though. This one? It's cooking. No what else is weirdly cooking, but still a little sketch. Rave thing. Whew, poor children are going to get so wrecked on that. Let's look at MU, though. What else are we looking at today, boys? I'm doing a really bad job juggling the chat and the charts. What's up, Monopoly? I agree with that. And it's Friday. You bet me 4 crash we get a rate cut? I'll take that bet. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take whatever bet against a rate cut. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. MU. Moodle do. Was it you that asked me to look at this a while ago? MU broke its all-time high from all the way back in September. Oh, we're on the monthly. All the way back in September. At 297, now at 378. With a 1618 extension at 526. $5, a great target. 750. It's funny how often you'll see this when you use the fib tool like this. You'll see a breakout and you'll see like the 1618 will be at $5 and the 2 will be at 750, and then like the 2618 will be at 10, and it'll be like these perfect increments. Great upside targets here. Potential re-entry at the previous all-time high to $3. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. Let's go. Nice rally. On the week, lots of green. Lots and lots of green on the weekly. Stop loss is going to be the difficult part of this kind of breakout play, as always. I guess just take your favorite R to R, right? It's like a 3-to-1. 2-to-1. Let's go to the day. Day looks strong. RSI up. Money flow up. Nice green candle pushing into price discovery. This is hard to bet against. Let's see something like this. I mean, this would be the ideal play. Doesn't happen. You know, you're looking at 755, right? Either looking for the long at 3 to 5, or looking for a breakout play, maybe like 7 down to 5, entry at 5, and then looking for higher, maybe up to 10. This does look good. I am still very reluctant to get uber bullish on any of these crypto charts because we just haven't seen any follow through over the last year. Things go to all-time high and they just chill there. Do nothing. But I think this is worth keeping an eye on. I don't know anything about this coin. Not an endorsement of it. But $5 looks like a price in its future. Hold up. Nike. I think Nike should rebrand to AI. We're done with shoes. We're just going to make AI shoes. We'll make shoes for AI. What's up, Alexo? How you seeing? How you doing, bro? I probably missed that. That was a few minutes ago. Am I going to the conference? No. Not going to conference this year. I'll probably go next year. But no, I'm not going this year. For many reasons. I'm going to miss you, though. Voidzilla did a video on STRC. Yes, I know. And I saw some Maxis furious about it. Oh, Maxis. Oh, Maxis. I haven't even looked at STRC. I don't know how this works. Like, I don't understand. Isn't it just supposed to always be $1? Ew. That's not good. It was $1, and then Wednesday, now it's okay. 98.95. I saw that Voidzilla said like the returns aren't guaranteed and stuff. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I ain't buying it. Is it basically like anytime it's over 100, like it's like sold, like there's like a supply that's sold into it, and then that creates like the dividend or something? Is that, I don't know how it works. I'll have to look it up. I honestly just don't care that much how it works. But for you guys, I'll look it up. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do that over the weekend. Doesn't STRC pay dividends? I thought it pays dividends. Ex-dividend dates. I don't even know what that means, dude. STR peg 11-ish. Only if Bitcoin goes up. Well, I don't know. SpaceX IPO. I guarantee if we are rallying at all-time highs on indices when the SpaceX IPO happens, that'll be the top. Yeah. So 2 covers. That's Sol, Algo, XLM, APT. What's up, Jets? It's Micron. Oh, well, I was looking at MU for Micron, or for crypto, right? Actually, I don't know what this is. I think I also have a Micron chart. And I think I also have done this many times. Many times when you guys have asked about Micron. You know, we just found a little gem though. Maybe the MU crypto is a little gem. Still heading towards 500. Retested all-time high. Looking a lot like kind of like the SP, or not SP. What is it? What was this? Nvidia, like the high on Nvidia. Yeah, like this high, like down, bounce up, bounce up. MU needs like a big breakout to not get bearish on a 500 test. It needs to kind of blast through it. On the day, on the week, RSI is like fading. Money flow could actually be good on the week if it, again, has follow through. On the day, it was weaker. It's still in trend, though. Off the 20? Yeah. If Micron breaks the 500 mark, 1250. 1250, baby. It's a big ass gain from here. 176% gain. That's huge. It is really pumped though. Yeah, 500 still loading. My only issue with charts like this, as I always say, is if downside is ahead, I don't even know where you look. Like, you don't really have support built here. You maybe look to retest the high that's at 100. Maybe got some support here like 250, but like there's not much below. So this needs to be played carefully. But it looks good to 500 at least. Break it, look for 1250. 1250. Are we still pumping? Rut is in a rut from the last hour. Green candle, all-time highs today. Everything's looking fine. I think MicroStrategy top tier for the moment, at least at 170. Tau, weak bounce. E&J was running like hell on Wednesday. It only went up a little bit more, fell back down. Why do I have UNC? What even is some of this? Aria, we were looking at the other day. Rug. Circle kept bouncing, but maybe rejecting here. AI shoots, baby. Yo, what's up, Quicker? If AI needs microprocessors and RAM, Micron will keep growing. I assume it will. I mean, even if AI doesn't, we absolutely will need more processors and more RAM. We will never stop needing more processing power ever. We will always need more energy, and we will always need more computing power. Period. Always. Until, you know, until the world explodes. Until we're all dead. Circle. Circle is a weird chart. You invert it and you feel like you're looking for more upside. The red-green game? What's the red-green game? This game? I don't know about that. Shakir Korea. Once you have data centers in space. Do data centers in space make sense? How do you cool? How do you cool things in space is a question that I actually don't know the answer to. How do you cool things down? Like, you know how you have a water cooler on your computer? How do you take heat away from computers in space? They adjust the outstanding. Okay. So they play some number dynamics to do that. For STRC. They sell off at 100 to buy Bitcoin. That makes sense, actually, from what I was seeing. Imoy does love ScanDisk and Micron. Actually, because of you, I've had ScanDisk open as a chart. Almost like every single day. I keep it open because I've been watching it. Did we hit 100? 900, 1,966. Kind of an ugly weekly candle forming. Why does it say? Why does it say this is down 3% for the week? That's not true. Or its volume is down. Why does it say the vol? No. Last day? Why is last day here? I just want to know the current day. Whatever, I'll mess with it later. Oh, because today it's... I see what it's doing. That was weird. Has not hit 1,000. But it did get close enough. You have divergence on the highs. You've run from almost 550 to 1,000. I think we go back to the same play here. Take profit at 1,000. Long maybe again at like 725, 750. Shorting has been a fool's game lately, so I don't even want to put this up there really. But it's the concept, right? It's like take profit on a long at 1,000, or at least some profit on a long at 1,000. Just like I did on Bitcoin at 77K. Took a little profit. There we go. That is a clean, that's super clean. The B here and the S there. New moon tonight, baby. Romantic. What's up, Jets? Nepal, how's the weather there? How's it over there in Nepal? Heat equals vibrating molecules. No molecules equals no heat. Well, there's molecules in the processors, and that is the heat that you're trying to dissipate. Yeah. No molecules, no heat. Yes, but then no processor. I agree. It's probably better to put them in like Antarctica, though. Yeah, at that point, we're just like committing to nuking the world, nuking the world's temperature. Wick, dude. Yep. By Monday, we'll probably declare war on China. Something. Can I draw a live Fibonacci LCAT AORO? Yeah, dude. Absolutely. What asset are you looking at, LCAT? Resistance is 78K on Bitcoin. Not really. I would say the resistance is likely in like the low 80. The reason I say I don't see like resistance here is the meaningful resistance on Bitcoin has already been passed. Now it still can snap price down by the end of the day, and that resistance can still obviously like take control of price. But wait, is there at 78? Maybe I'm talking on my ass. No, not directly that I see. Maybe this order block on the day up here, like you could draw a horizontal from there 78,650. Let's get rid of this. 78,650. But this is the descending trend to me is the meaningful resistance here. Like this is what I'm looking at. I want to see Bitcoin close above. Pump. What's up, JG NASA? What are we pumping? What are we pumping? Everything's pumping, I guess. Smash the like. Thank you, all track. For sure, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe. These have been some quieter streams lately. The spice is coming back. We're live here daily. We've been live here for 7 years. Join our fam. Would you say it's a good time to DCA Bitcoin? I would. To start at the end. Yeah. The rug cometh. What's rugging next, Fillmore? What's up, Dr. Crypto? Good day for trading? I'm good. I have my little trade ski. It's doing all right. Where did this box go? There we go. Little trade ski down here is doing all right. Music Lobby subscribed. Welcome, Music Lobby. Freddy subscribed. See you subscribed. If you are out there, go ahead and subscribe right now. Your name will pop up. We'll shout you out. Guy asked me to draw a fib and then he disappeared. What do you want to see me draw the fib on? I'll do it. I'm always drawing fibs. What's up, Shring? Comments on the Tau chart? Yes. ScanDesk has to be added to NAS 100 by close today. Is it? You mean when you say have to, you mean that it is being, or that it's like being considered or something? You know, Bitcoin might be breaking out again today. Let's go. Let's go. Give me my dopamine. Yes, D-Lo. D-Lo, dude. I love science. We've been a crypto channel, trading channel, but like I also love to nerd out about science. Right there. There's no air in space. That's what I was saying. How do we cool down? How do we cool these like data centers in space? There's no air, so the heat can't be carried away. It's actually like a real problem. The station must use a combination of conduction and radiation to get rid of heat. I didn't know how they did it. If you DCA'd $100 into Bitcoin, could you see 6 figures in 10 years? I think so. 6 figures? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely you could. Absolutely. I think so. There's no guarantees in anything, but what's up, Skyline? We're going to 80? I think we're going to 80. We have a CME gap to reckon with. One that's all but forgotten, basically. We've got the CMEers. The CME gap actually goes up to 84K. Actually goes up to 84K. Oh, 80.5. Okay, 80.5 was November's low. That makes sense. I think that's where we're heading. Honestly, I want to see Bitcoin close above like 77. I want to see it close above the descending trend. Maybe even go to 95. Maybe the 200-day moving average is calling your name, Corn. I love how we're all like higher, and for the last like months, it's like, yeah, we're just going down. 100-day moving average was retaken. This is a nice reaction off the 100-day. I would say that this reaction off the 100-day, I've oftentimes seen that lead to a move to the 200. That's at 86.8. That's higher than I'd be looking. What's my view for Bitcoin? We have some new viewers here. They're finally back, baby. What's up, Prodi Paduda? What's my Bitcoin view? We've been waiting for a rally on Bitcoin for weeks. 80.5 was like basically the target that I've been talking about for a long time. That looks very achievable. Unfortunately, that kind of move doesn't get us out of like a bear market scenario. That could still just be another failed high. We see another leg down, bottom in October, and that's what we should be looking for. The more I say it, the more I think it's not going to happen now, but it's what we should be looking for based on the cycles we've seen, the history we have, until something changes or is broken that diverges from the price action that looks just like all the other bear markets, we should be looking for that. So the logical move, the most probable thing is probably move to low 80s and rejection, and then finding our low later in the year. I remain hopeful that we can have a move that diverges from that price action and puts us on a new track. I think trading up in like the high 90s could be an indicator of that, but I'm not ready to like call for that. It's not time yet. I'll be the first one when it is time. It's not time quite yet. On any asset, 𝐂𝐡 Okay, sure. I can do that for you. What's up, Psych Sparrow? You already got that one. Let me refresh the chat. Gravitational portal, Crunk. But so heat, it has to. Heat is matter. Like is energy, is matter. You need to remove matter. And in space, when you remove matter, what are you doing? You're like ejecting it into space, which is fine. You can do that. But then you have to move more matter up to then heat up, and that's not an efficient process. What's up, Paul? How are you, man? Good to see you. Tom G's, my guy, been here for months. You've been here for years, bro. We're going to figure out that data in space. Yeah, we are. I mean, if Bitcoin goes back to boring and red, yeah, we'll figure out all that data, all the space data, because we'll be bored again. Tau chart. Yeah, let me pull up the Tau chart. And on the Tau chart, I can use the fib tool. Let's knock out two birds with one stone. Let's get like the week. The week? Okay. We can use the fib tool in many different ways here. Let's do it like this. Take it like this. With the fib tool, really, you can use any points. You can use any swing high and any swing low. For this, I'll draw this. On very low time frames, Tau was rejected at 281. Traded down, found a low down here at 234, and has retraced. That's what the Fibonacci tool is showing us. It's retraced. It's gained back what it lost. Okay? It's gained back some of what it lost. It fell. Now when it is retracing, we are seeing it hit the different Fibonacci levels. We have the 236, the 382, the 0.5, the 618, the 786, and then 1. 1 means that price has returned to where it began. My favorite use of the Fibonacci tool in this example would be 281 was the high that rejected price. If Tau makes it back to 281 and can break higher, the Fibonacci extensions, these lines up here, give us upside targets that typically age well as profit-taking targets from a position. You could trade that as a breakout play. Not my favorite thing to do. Going long here, or basically any long you took along the way. You could look to take profits there. But the fib tool is really just showing us how much of the move was taken back. How much of a move upwards or downwards was retraced. In general, we find it useful because most moves, and this is not going to be a good example, most moves retrace at least to the 0.5. Almost every move on every chart you've ever seen on every time frame has come back to the 0.5, between the 0.5 and 618 at least. I would say like 80 or 90% of the time, every move. That's why you get stopped out in positions, whether you're long or short, whether you were right or wrong. You see the trade eventually move against you at some point because that move's retracing. I don't know how good of an example this is for Tau. So in the bigger picture, we'll take our more macro, more major swing high up here because we're on a very low time frame. Connect to our recent low. And something else we can do is say, okay, well, This has begun retracement. It's begun a potential reversal, and we can say that as soon as the lowest fib level, the 236, is hit. This just happened today. So yesterday, when it was under 262, this hadn't begun retracing. Now it's in retracement. And when we see things retrace, we again typically aim for what up here in that 0.5 to 618 level. What we also see is that 0.5 lines up really well with not only previous resistance on this chart, but support after the high. And so it can give us confluence to look for liquidity, basically look for a return to this price. Let's see. It's like 300. Just like everything in trading, nothing is a magic bullet. Nothing always works. Trading is a game purely of probability and playing probability. And the fib tool, in my opinion, is one of my favorite to use for confluence. Confluence is just a terminology, just a fancy word for like agreement. Okay, I see like a pattern I think is bearish. Prices retraced to like the 0.5. I see a bearish pattern forming. And I can say, well, the 0.5 retracement is the common retracement that we see. I see these other bearish signals. They're agreeing with each other. That makes me more confident in whatever given thing I'm doing in that trade. Which kind of like drawn out means you put that into the formula in your brain of how probable this move is to do something, and then you make your bet. Make your bet on it. The fib tool doesn't give you any. The only like answer a fib tool ever really gives you by itself, I would say, is the extensions when you're in price discovery. I'm getting off on rants here. It's a good day to do it. Bitcoin's showing a little bit. These fib extensions have allowed us to make publicly 2 really awesome calls on the SP. Last year in February, March, whatever, we called a local top or a top for the SP because it had reached the measured move target, 6,100. It retraced back to the previous high that it had broken from. This year, again, we called the top using the same thing. We used the fib tool, taking it from the high to the low of the move, and we saw it 1618 line up here. Gave us another top call. We do the same thing again. We take the high of the fib, we fib from the high to the low, and we look at the 1618 up here. 7,437 will be the next profit taking target, I think, for the SP. I don't know if that just confused you, made it worse, made it better. I don't know, man. But I do have a video on the fib tool use on this channel. It's a good video. Pompey, what's up, Croy boy? Isn't space cold? No, space is not cold. But space isn't cold. But space it lacks heat. It's kind of a confusing scenario. Because there's no matter. You can't have matter, can't have heat. But cold would be low energy matter, not no matter. Yes. Heat is radiation. Yeah, but it is radiating matter. You need to eject matter. We're getting nerdy. Watch, I love Neil deGrasse. Dude's a nerd. Quicker. Ben's DCA calc, what's that? It was already accepted in that. That's nice. Let me refresh the chat. Check out Solana. I haven't looked at Solana in quite some time. I imagine it's gained some ground over the last few days. Bitcoin, though, looks like it's about to break out right now. You know when it'll break out, as soon as the stream ends. I keep doing upwards fibs, which is probably confusing him as well. Because things are moving up today. Break 78.1. I would say look for 78.65. Let's do the soul. What up, bruh? What up, Rady El Galio Jake? Orange Man? Yeah. Monday comes. What's up, user VB8? You're new? Welcoming. Crunk. I'm getting alerts. What are these alerts? What are the alerts? Literally, I just said Bitcoin looks like it's about to break out right now, and within 1 minute, within a few seconds, broke the high. Let's go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. I haven't looked this while. What's up, Imran? How are you, man? Good shit. Subscribe. It's a pumpy day, and you're subscribing, baby. Get in here. Be just like Imran. Vohara. Soul lacking. 94. Resistance at 94. Oh, Soul, you're pretty boring. Soul's moving very slow. One day, here you go. I don't have much here for Soul. 94. You rejected from here before. You have a higher low. Moving back to 94 with the rest of the market. Nice bounce. Where you bounce from on Soul is legit. That's not so bad. Break 94. Looking for that order block up at 105. Bitcoin's still pushing. Let's gear. Let's gear. We're on the 1 minute. Crackhead charts, man. Make sure you guys are subscribing, just like I'm Ran. Also, check out our exchange partners in the video description below. Femex, BYD5. Can trade from anywhere there. They're great exchanges to use. Help support the stream. It's good shit. Appreciate you, dude. What's up, Morin? 78K. Let's go. Let's go. I'm glad I didn't close the whole trade. I always preach that. Take profits in pieces. Open in pieces. You don't go all in or all out. There you go. 585%. 40x is stupid. Stupid. Worked out. Let's go Bitcoin. Dude, I don't even remember the last time on stream I was saying let's go Bitcoin. It's been months. It just hasn't been going. See this? Convert heat into IR. I mean, if you can convert, let's go. If you can convert heat into light efficiently, you've solved a lot of the world's problems. Probably. Heat is a hard to use energy. At least for us right now. He dropped an F-bomb. Cohen dropped an F-bomb. I love the space talk. I love it. Space is fake. No, it's not. Fibs are also critical in Elliott wave theory. It's true. 24 low anchored VWAP. I haven't been looking at the anchored VWAPs lately because all the VWAPs were way up here and we got so far away from price. It's not a bad reminder. $24 up here. 88. Yeah, like the low here. Didn't hit it. Are we right at this view? Nope, we're above that view up. That's sick. Get rid of all that quick. Here's my blank one. There we go. Look at just the VWAPs for a second on Bitcoin. Bitcoin pushing up now while we're live. 78.1 thousand dollar dues. And we're finally so back, baby. So back forever. Only up. Never again down. Only up. No more down ever again. This is promising. This is the first time we've been like above anything. Any VWAPs of any kind in a while. Absolutely take that. Still, obviously, not the most comfortable in the world. Not the most comfortable spot, but clouds are going away. Sun's getting brighter. One piece at a time. Now we're going to cherry pick here. Definitely cherry picking, but whatever. From the low in November, we are just now breaking that volume average weighted price. Actually, that's the next. I just did a voiceover again for that. We're doing another VWAP video. We have an awesome VWAP video on this channel already. We'll make an even better one. Just breaking now. That's pretty nice. And it's right at the downtrend. I think the VWAP and the downtrend are overlapping. Yeah, pretty much. I think that the real thing I take away from this is that the close on Bitcoin today, above, it's like, let's call it like 77, maybe for good measures, 78. If we can close 78 today, things look really solid. Really solid. Like you're escaping this downtrend from the all-time high in October to January. You're escaping the downtrend. You're escaping a low, a VWAP from a low. Finally, I don't even know the last time. I don't think we like really have done that at all since we started falling. Some bullish signs there. Fart coin's about to rip. I'm about to rip. About to rip my fart coin. Giggity. Scared. What's up, Ty Guy? You're scared that Trump is going to tweet? Aren't we all, dude? It's just like every time we've seen these moves, it's just like he comes out and tweets something and it reverses on Monday. I think the most compelling stuff going on, because the S&P is at all-time high, 7,138. But I think the most compelling stuff was the pairs we looked at earlier in the stream. Like SPX versus the dollar. SPX Dixie is still under all-time high, but just barely. Just barely. By almost a rounding error. But if it closes there today, I wouldn't be surprised to see Monday open down. Break higher, Monday probably keeps running. The SPX M2, where did that go? Let's close some of these. Hood's up, jeez. I guess Hood's going to 110. Complete the long. What up, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐭 𝐬? What's up, brother? Thanks for subscribing. I see you. Cool. Where is this? SPX Dixie. Ah, here it is. SPX. Okay, this is compelling too. It feels weird that we're at all-time highs, but then you look at these charts and you're like, we're not actually. We're not at all-time highs in the way we might think. Still below our all-time high from 2000 for the S&P versus the M2 supply. So in my opinion, it's basically like S&P versus inflation, but people would disagree with that. We are close. We're about 5%. 4%. We're really close. We're after 26 years reapproaching this high. Pretty crazy. No gas fees on Fartcoin. All farts are gas fees. What can bring Bitcoin down? Nothing, baby. No, I'm just kidding. Everything, baby. The Russell small caps again, all-time highs again. God, it is stressful. It is stressful. It just feels like Trump's going to come out and be like, the United States is withdrawing from the world. We're moving to the moon or something. And you're like, that's the craziest comment ever made. Dump everything. Yeah, we need a confirmation of this breakout. USDT. We did look at USDT a good amount today. Could bottom from here. I want to see a meaningful breakdown of USDTD. I feel like it's just doing this again. It's just it's just wedging down and breaking out. It's scaring me. It wouldn't be crazy to see it back test 6.76%. Trading lower than there, and things get a little bit more bullish in the bigger picture, but for now, Still just flagging. Flagging. Still just looks like it's winding up to break out again. Come on, Ruddy. The Ruddy Tutty. Where's the upside Ruddy Tutty targets here? 28.3, 2,960. 2,900, just under 3K. That's only a 10% gain. Rut's chart's weird. The extensions are much smaller than the other charts, but it is pumping. It's pumping, boys. SPX still at all-time high. This is DJI still not back to 50K. Pam Bondi ruined it. 50K never again. Just kidding. Here's what I don't like. I do not like this though. All of these assets, everything's running. Things are at all-time high, kind of green everywhere. And then you look at the dollar, and the dollar had a bearish day for sure. But that bottom wick is starting to form. Dollar's starting to snap back up into close. Back at resistance. Like a weekly close here, above here is not bad. And probably leads to a bounce next week. Which probably leads to a sell-off next week. Go Bitcoin, go. War with China? Yeah, sure. Withdraw from NATO? Sure. Sure. What's up, Andrew? Andrew requesting a chart. AA. TA on Farcoin. Alright, I'll pull up Farcoin. God, you guys are terrible. XRP BTC chart. I feel like I've looked at that so many times for you, dude, and every time I'm just like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here, Johnny. It's just being crappy. Y'all have disappointed me. I told you not to buy this shit. Y'all disappointed me. Everybody was FOMOing over this crap. It's the one coin that you can call shit and nobody gets mad about. Fart coin. Man, still under all trends. You still have you have room to rally and still be under your trend lines. I guess why would you like be betting on this? That's my question. It's certainly all just a centralized supply. If it ever really rallies, the devs, the people with the centralized supply, will just dump on you. The theme of the day is the fibs. So maybe we just throw a fib on it. If you're in Farcoin, you ever see it back to 55 cents, I'd be out. Back to Bitcoin, that's right. It's back down. Relocating the White House to the dark side of the moon, that's correct. Soon. So I don't think I have that. Would. Sounds like a chart I would have already had. Bitcoin's still at 78K holding out. Andrew, is it a crypto or is it soon Sonova Holdings? Or is it soon? TA white holes. What's up, Beachy? Little white hole technical analysis. Actually, the whole black hole dimension white hole. What would you call it? Infographic chart, maybe. What is? Yeah, have you guys ever seen this? You want to nerd out for a sec? Oh, it's a YouTube video. I'm gonna play that. Images, that's weird. On Google, I clicked images, and it's an image. But when you click it, it's an image from a video, and it brings you to a video. Here you go. You guys ever seen this shit? This is cool as hell. You ever seen this? Look this up. The explanation behind this is really cool. Look this up. Soon. Ooh. Quite a candle today. We're seeing random shit pop. Bitcoin's still at 78,000. No change at the moment. That wick is gnarly. It's up 81% on the day. However, or on the week. Probably on the day. However, it's down 42% on the day. It is both up 41% and down 42%. It has 0.5 retraced itself. That wick is gross. But you're rolling over. You hit all-time low. Swept liquidity. This is a dangerous one. Dangerous game here. I wouldn't touch it. 72 cents. It's like only monthly resistance. Other than all-time high. Right at the 0.5. 72 cents would be a great spot to unload if you got any of this. No guarantee it gets there. I really don't like this top wick. But I've seen this in crypto play out a million times, and half of the time it's like the top wick, it's done, and like, you know, you've just bought the top, and then half the time it's like the top wick just blows up. It's just a dangerous game. I would not touch this. If you already touched it, I would look to get out 72. I don't like top wicks like that. That's a lot of selling. Let's go to low time frames though. It's a big retracement. I think if I took a position here, I would just stop it out under 20. I'm looking for higher. There you go. Do it like that. Maybe. I don't think it's a good bet though. I say that as Bitcoin is literally climbing. Maybe it's time to start longing our longs. 𝐂𝐡 is Friday. It's Friday. It's noon. It's Friday. For hour and 45. Yeah, it's been a good stream though. We're so back. Bitcoin looking hella good into the weekend, and you know what that means? It means probably gonna go live. Probably gonna go live tomorrow. Judging by what's happening right now, probably gonna be live tomorrow. Probably 4.5% on the day, but more importantly, breaking our highs, breaking March's high, and looking for a deeper retracement. I like it. I likes it a lot. A loxolotl. Just tuned in. What's up, Froggy? Still down 90%, but up 15%. Let's go. It's like Sparrow. Can I show you how to make a long on Coinbase? I don't even know if I have like perps. Do they even enable perps? I've never traded perpetuals or contracts on Coinbase, but you can trade them on BYDFi or FEMX, our exchange partners. What's up, Capper Die? What's up, all the boys coming in today? Aussie, David B, Dirtfoot, 𝐂𝐴𝐡. Good to see you here, man. Welcome. Hopefully I didn't confuse you with the fibs. Jake SF, Kyle Reese, Midwest Picker. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Randy, Wick, Pickle, Quicker, all the boys, all the gentlemen's. Bitcoin's looking good. I have some stuff I have to get done today, so I'm gonna wrap it here for now, but I'm probably gonna be live very soon. Maybe tomorrow soon, maybe Sunday, maybe tomorrow and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, because things are looking very spicy. If you remember, we were talking about the time length between the last low and the breakdown from November into January. 71 days. Do you remember this? Why is this happening? Okay. 71 days. Interesting that we are seeing a rally, a meaningful rally, breaking our range high. 70 days. 70 days. Meaning we had one more day to make a move for it to be a move that happened faster than the previous one. Interesting, isn't it? Not a bad thing. Definitely welcomed. I still think we're aiming for the low 80s, 80.5, 84. I think those are fine upside targets. I still have my long open. I did take profit at 77 here for this long, but I have half of it open. I'll probably look to close it. I close another half at 80.5. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you've liked, subscribed, turned your notifications on, and make sure you look for our streams because YouTube has not been really serving them to people lately. But that might change because Spice is coming back, boys. I hope you have a great Friday. Drink some brews, roll up, have a good one. Feel good today, celebrate, but don't FOMO. That's my advice. Crown out.